Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Thanks.
I guess I'm the first.
Thanks for
Good, good.
joining me.
Of course. Very happy to join.
Mhm.
I know Antonio is going to be joining here in a minute. I'm going to text him. Cool.
Oh, he's here.
No, that's great.
There we go.
You got his name.
Good enough. Let's go. Getting connected. Maybe.
Maybe. He's an Android guy, so he's probably having trouble if he's using his phone.
No.
I got it set up
Actually,
on my computer, so it's a lot easier. I've been new to therapy last week. It's been a month or two. All of
okay.
our sessions have been Zoom or whatever their streaming thing is. And it's nice. It's very convenient.
Yeah, absolutely. Being able to do it from like the comfort of your own home. And pretty much all of my sessions are virtual too, which was like weird for me at first, I guess, since like
Ever
COVID
since
and
COVID,
whatnot. Yeah.
because my best friend, he's a therapist and he was doing like, in-person meetings for a while, but after COVID, he's literally been virtual ever since. Yeah, 6 years now. So all of his sessions are virtual.
Yeah, I mean, we all got used to it, right?
Yeah.
It's easier that way.
And you know what? I'm sure there's some type of statistic or a marker that I bet the turnout's better, and I bet it helps people more because they're more apt to just be able to turn on, go in another room and turn on their phone and do a
Hmm.
therapy session rather than like getting and preparing to go someplace. Because if you got kids, you got a job, like you got to schedule that stuff, and that can be a pain.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. It's so much easier as long as like you're in a stationary oh no.
oh, we lost them.
Okay. All right. We can wait.
It's okay. It's okay.
Uh,
Usually
uh,
he'll run into some issues with it.
okay. This has happened before.
This has happened before. It's all good.
That's fine. No worries. Yeah, I was actually working in healthcare when COVID happened.
Really.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy how this happened. I was in school for phlebotomy.
I used to be a phlebotomist. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
For almost 2 years.
Did you love it or hate it?
I actually didn't mind it, but the problem was I worked for a company that did like home health draws. So I was like
Mhm.
traveling all the time. So I would go from back and forth
Oh,
between St. Louis and Chicago on like a regular basis. The money was good because of the traveling, but I just
yeah.
couldn't do it anymore. It was too much driving.
Yeah, that's gnarly. Oof.
And
Yeah,
then, yeah, life. But yeah, sorry
life
to
happens.
interrupt.
You're good. I always love to meet a fellow blood drawer.
Vampires, what they
Another
would.
vampire. The old people call you vampires. I had been going to school for it. I did like a technical program for about a year. And then I went in to start clinical training and I made it a week. I was supposed to do 4 weeks of clinicals. Like
Yeah.
I had saved just enough money to like make sure I could survive a month of like working for free. And yeah, made it a weekend and then the world shut down.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. Thankfully, the lab manager there actually just hired me on. So I was
Nice.
able to just like start right away and like do that. But by the time the hospital had opened it back up for students to come in, I had to like work for free on top of my actual working hours to get my hours in to graduate.
That's brutal.
It was nuts. It sucked so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, that's awful.
I did love it.
Yeah, because the job itself is fine. It's,
Mhm.
and I never really had any. I had like one horror story where a guy, I was supposed to get a urine sample for the guy, and he just immediately, like, I was like handing him the cup. And then as I turned around to hand him the cup, he already had his pants down and he was going to go right there. I was like, no, you got to go in the bathroom. But
Oh
that was
no.
probably like the worst. Like most of the time, you're just in there and out, like not even 10 minutes. But it was just
Ugh.
so much traveling because I would often have to leave for work at like midnight. So I'd be doing like a partial overnight and then like I would get home at like 6 p.m. sometimes. It was brutal
Man,
just from the
no amount of
traveling.
money is like worth your sanity. I will always say that. That is
No,
crazy.
100%. And I learned that lesson like early on because it was, since you were, you're drawing blood and you're driving, so they're paying you for mileage. So it's like
Mhm.
you're getting you're a medical professional, but you're also getting paid like a truck driver. So you're making like really good money doing it. But at the end of it, it was just like I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, I had to get away from it.
Let's see if this works. It says connected to audio.
He's connected.
That's okay.
Are you there, Tony?
Hello? Yeah, I don't know what's happening over there.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. Yeah, that's fair. That happens, unfortunately. I did an interview with this girl, Kenny, and my face froze for a second. It actually ended up being quite funny, but that's like the worst. You're
How
like,
did it freeze?
no, I think I was just like, or something like that, which is still bad, but
You were bewildered by what they said.
I was
Okay,
just
that's fair.
shocked. Yeah, I just had to like that person. Man, but that happens on class too, because like I said, we do our classes on Zoom.
Yeah.
And we just started classes up again for this quarter last week. And first class, we're like going over the syllabus, like, here's your projects for the quarter, here's your partners, like whatever. And our teacher kept getting like kicked out of the Zoom room.
That's brutal.
Yeah, it was wild. And so every time like she disappeared, it said that a student was now the host. Like it just this
No, that screws up the whole server.
it was crazy. Yeah, lots of issues this past week on Zoom.
That's
I don't
wild.
know.
Yeah, no, I've definitely been there. I think Antonio and I did a podcast, and then like I think the power went out for me or something like that. Something happened. The power went out for somebody, and we just ended the podcast. It was like out for like an hour.
Yikes.
Oh, we got okay.
Oh,
Okay, so this is
okay.
the new browser, the app, Antonio.
This is the all caps, Antonio.
Oh, there it is.
Yes. Welcome.
Yeah, what's up, y'all?
Glad you're
Uh,
here. It's all good.
sounds
But
good.
anyways, how about you guys just start out like tell me about you. What do you do? Where are you from?
We play music. No, I'm just kidding. We're Discrepancies from St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, it's like a rap rock situation that we put together back in, gosh, what we started like 10 years ago, I think. Like
It's been more
20,
now.
how long has it been now? What? God, it's been
I
like
don't.
2014. So it's been longer than 10 years. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. But yeah, man, it's funny. That's how we kind of came up with the name Discrepancies was that like we were very different people. Like I just listened to rap and like R&B and stuff, and Garrett was more into like I don't know what was he. He was like really Linkin Park and like stuff. And, yeah,
You liked
core.
a lot of the stuff that I really liked.
Yeah,
As I lay dying and like stuff like that.
yeah. And then we had a bass player at the time who was just like Primus. And we were very different. We were all very different people, but
Yeah,
somehow we got together and made something that worked.
that's cool. I like that. I didn't even think to like ask like why do you guys call yourself Discrepancies? But I mean, it's the
Yeah.
perfect name for you guys. That's awesome. So yeah, you guys have been around for like a hot minute now,
Hmm.
12-ish years.
Oh
But it
yeah.
seems like in more recent years, you guys have been like really gaining some more traction. So how has that been for you? Any challenges, any surprises?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
definitely challenges. I don't know if there's been too many surprises. I mean, surprises in the sense of like it's cool to get an email offer to like a cool festival or a cool show or a tour. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome. But definitely we've definitely had like, just the ups and downs of being in the music industry and just dealing with, management and labels and stuff like that. But honestly though, I mean, I don't really have too many complaints.
Sure, good.
Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm trying to think of like surprises. I mean, I
Right.
don't we've had some cool things. Like it was a surprise when Mike Shinoda reposted one of his
Oh,
tweets or his
dude, yeah, I
TikTok
almost
or
had a
whatever.
heart attack and died.
That was a surprise. But
Wild. When did that happen?
That was probably like maybe 2 or 3 years ago now. But yeah, he was promoting a song on TikTok and did like an open verse challenge. And I did it and didn't really think much of it, but just woke up one day and he had reshared it, and yeah, I almost died that day. So yeah,
Glad you're still with us.
yeah, I was like, yeah, I made it. I'm done. I almost put my mic down.
Well, we're glad you're still here. You should like
Yeah,
screenshot that and print it off and frame it. Like proudest.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh
literally
yeah,
you could get a really good screen grab of that and just like frame it. Like that's it. And people will
yeah,
come in
yeah.
like, wait,
That's
what is
it.
this? It's just like the screen of a TikTok video. And everybody's like, wait, what is going on here? And you're like, oh yeah, this is my most proud moment.
Yes. And then you can share the story.
I'm like, this is my Grammy right here.
Incredible. And then like kind of curious about that because I found you guys through social media, right? I think I was just like scrolling on TikTok one day and
Mm.
saw a video and I was like, this is cool. I like this. So what effect has social media had for you guys?
I would say for like, I remember like when we kind of first started recording music and stuff, I knew that like I grew up in the era of music videos, and that's how I discovered new music and new bands. So to me, that was like what we needed to do immediately. But yeah, I knew that that was going to be like a big selling point for us. But recently, though, we kind of haven't been very active on socials, and just because we've been so like working on the album and just life and just different things going on. But over the past like maybe 2 months, I've been kind of going hard on it again, and like just making sure I'm posting and making sure I'm sharing like these cool moments when we go out and do shows. And it helps definitely. Like we went from it, we bumped like 20K monthly listeners just from
Yeah.
sharing TikToks, just from sharing, you know, reels
So,
on Facebook. Like it really is a cheat code.
so basically what you're trying to say is we're old. We came up
Yeah.
before this whole TikTok content creation world.
Yes.
We thought you had to get like a the dopest music video. You blast that on Facebook, you pump the ads, whatever. And this is that was new age, what, 10,
Yeah.
15 years ago. And now we're just trying to figure out this whole like posting content and we haven't been great at it, like, honestly, but
Mhm.
now we're kind of starting to figure it out to a sense of like what we need to do as far as what people are responding to. And Tony, you've done a great job with that.
Thank you, man.
I got to
Thank
get back into it as well.
Yeah, that's definitely an art in and of itself. But
Yeah,
that's how people are finding bands now.
yeah,
you. Yeah.
It's all social media, scrolling on TikTok, Instagram Reels. Like, I mean, that's how
It's
I'm
very
finding a lot of
true.
music personally.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the game.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
What's a TikTok?
Yeah.
what's
What
a
is
tick
that?
That's
But
awesome.
yeah.
I was gonna say the content game. We're trying to grease those wheels more, and really been focusing on trying to get a new record out, which has been it's been a arduous, a tumultuous task to say the least. But
Yeah,
we're very very close.
sure. Can you say more about that?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, usually like once a week Tony and I will get together and we'll start, you know, working on the tracks, which for the most part, we've had them all like their accumulation of songs that I had for like a long time, since like 2021. So I've had a lot of like quite a few full tracks that we have out today. I've had those demos since then. So it's kind of been in the making for a while. But yeah, we've just been getting together once a week, and usually on my off times when I can, I try to do some production and tinkering stuff. But yeah, we're getting there. I think 10 tracks we have a few more, but
Now,
yeah, we have 11, but we also have a couple others that we're probably just going to put on the back burner. But yeah, they're almost pretty
yeah.
much there. We're just got to fine tune some of the vocals and a couple of parts, make sure it all works. But so far
Nice.
it's sick.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're hoping, and that's what we'll center a lot of the new content around. We're trying to, you know, show the live footage, show us playing some of the stuff, and
Hmm.
yeah, not trying to. We don't want to be the band that's no knock on any bands like this, but we don't want it
I
to
was
be.
be careful.
No, I'm not going to disparage. Like, I think like we want to try to focus our content to be about the music, so that way
Yeah, yeah.
when people see that like us playing the music, they're going to go check out the music, right?
Right,
I
right.
I do want to do other stuff. If we're doing social commentary and we're talking about life, and then our turn around and are mad that people aren't checking about out our music,
Mm,
then well, yeah, that's what happens, because the content
Yeah.
was you were talking about life and social commentary. They want to hear you talk about life, not your music. So we want the content to be that.
yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. So again, that kind of goes back to like it's an art. You got to like pay attention to what you're putting out.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
When you're putting it out, right? Who's paying attention, who's responding to what. Yeah, the
Correct.
work behind that.
For sure.
I'm curious, kind of with the process of like putting out new music, what is the process of writing your music like?
That's tough.
Mm.
I mean, well, Garrett normally he'll just say like, you guys start off with the production, you know what I'm saying, with building the riffs and stuff. I come in later. I come in when they've done all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, but that's a tough thing too, because I do a lot of the production and like the heavy lifting on like the instrumentals and the writing, because that's like my skill set has been for some time. But at the same time, it's like everybody else is adept enough to put input like conceptually. Like it could be like maybe an instrumental idea or a melody idea,
Yeah.
or just like, hey, maybe actually let's just cut this part out. I think everybody for the most part has a hand in how the song comes about conceptually, because everybody has their piece and their place, but we can all zoom out and be like, okay, here, actually, Tony, can you do this? Or hey, oh, actually we should switch this or get this out, or maybe we can add this, let's try this. And how the ideas come about, I don't know. Like usually it's just like you're messing with something, or a sample, or like maybe you have a riff idea, or
Yeah.
maybe you just got a rhythm in your head or something. And sometimes it just comes from just messing around. Like I'm just grabbing my
Yeah.
guitar and then just I'm gonna try to write something today and we'll see what happens.
It's
But
life.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Get inspired by life, whatever's going on.
What type of impact has mental health experiences had on your writing?
Oh, it's all of it.
It's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To say, I noticed a lot of kind of relational themes, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, I told you I drove 2.5 hours up north, so I listened to like almost every Discrepancy song on the way up there. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
I gotta
Let's go.
prepare.
Nice.
It was great, but yeah, like that was really a lot of like the core themes that I was taking away was like relationships, not just romantic ones, but like relating with other people, the world, things like that. And that can be
Yeah.
really hard.
Yeah.
And on my end, like in therapy, it's all a relationship, right?
Yeah.
So again, kind of curious about that. Like, is there anything that sticks out to you that you find yourself putting into lyrics?
Yeah.
I could probably kind of pinpoint, every song or like what was going on. Now I wouldn't always reveal what those situations were, but definitely always pull from, from a real place or sometimes like what I see other people going through.
Yeah.
If I can, kind of relate to what they're going through or whatever, like, and sometimes just get inspired to, sometimes the instrumental, like also will, that sounds kind of hippie-ish, but the instrumental will kind of lead you in the right direction. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like
Yes.
I'll feed off of what
Yes.
Brandon was putting down. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that because I feel like I can convey my emotions into the sonics, into the
yeah,
instrumentals itself. I feel like I can write a feeling that way. That makes
yeah,
sense. That's why
Yeah.
it's all like a
absolutely.
lot of the new stuff's kind of cinematic and like kind of dark.
Yeah, I love that.
It's awesome.
yeah, but
But
uplifting.
yeah, it's life, right? Like we're drawing from real places, just trying to relate to life.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great. And I mean, it is relatable. So you guys are doing exactly like what you're trying to accomplish through
thank you.
that.
Awesome.
Thank
If you have to think back, like maybe just over, span of your life, childhood, teenage years, adulthood, what impact has like others' music had on your own experience with mental health, if you can think of any?
you. Like other songs. Oh man.
Specific bands, artists?
I mean, okay, so like the first song that I remember being obsessed with was Brenda's Got a Baby by Tupac Shakur. And it's if like for anybody who's never heard it, like it's a crazy story about like a woman who like throws her baby in the dumpster and like just like it's I don't know, man. It's a really good storytelling song, but it's like it'll definitely hit you emotionally. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's I don't know. I think maybe that damn that I'm just now kind of thinking about this now, but that might have mapped out why I kind of make music the way I do. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
that's what
you might
drew
have
me
just
in. I love all kinds of music, but that's what drew me in.
yeah. For me, it was I was just big into metal and metalcore. Well,
Mm-hmm.
then again, no, that's not. I loved everything. I was big into
Yeah.
rap. I was big into rock and metal. But what I'd say what really got me into wanting to make music was like metalcore bands, like Kill Switch Engage. Kill Switch Engage was that band that made me like, I have to do this. I don't know how or why, but I got to start doing this.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. You guys are going on tour again soon, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything specific that you do to ensure self-care on the road or like making sure you're keeping your own mental health in check?
Yes.
Routine, routines.
Routine.
Yeah,
We
we hit the. I was gonna just talk about like we usually get a Planet Fitness membership, but like that's a shower and a workout, and they got these cool ass. They got these
she,
chairs and stuff. That's like I don't know. That's mental health right there. That'll help you on the
Mhm.
road for sure. But yeah, just just kind of you got to build a routine. The first 3 days, I always think I want to go home.
Mhm.
yeah,
But then after that 3 day hump, though, you get into
it locks
I get
in.
into a routine and I lock in and I'm like, this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? This is what I want to do with my life. This is amazing.
And yeah, and then it gets fun. I think yeah, the main thing is you keep that routine, travel
Yeah,
light, get a routine. Doesn't even have to be crazy. Just get up and usually we park at the Planet Fitness, get in the gym. You don't even have to work out the hour. Maybe just get on the treadmill and stretch and then
yeah.
Mhm.
shower. Get some coffee and water. Okay. And then hang out with your boys. Get ready for the show. Maybe get something to
That's
eat.
important. That's the most important part of it all.
That's what keeps you sane. Okay.
Yeah, gotta hang out with your boys.
We've toured enough together to where we know how each other works. We gel very well on the road. So we kind of lean on each other, I guess.
Yeah, I love that. You would think like being in such close quarters for like a long period of time, it would start to get a little difficult, but it's
Yeah.
cool that, like you're all willing to know these things about each other to make sure it
Yeah.
works.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's
We
great.
accommodate each other.
Nice. Any like crazy or funny tour stories?
I gotta ponder. I got a
Uh,
bunch.
See, yeah. See, I always think about that because then, like, I know, like, a lot of the people, like, they follow us still. So there's like certain stuff I can't talk about. What?
yeah.
Oh man, what's a good tour story?
I'm trying to
You
think
wanna,
of a good one.
we could talk about the time. Well, I guess this was not funny at the time, but I can laugh about it now. Um, the time I was like, we were in a green room, right? And so like we were trying to exit the building. You got to go down some stairs and go down a hall. Well, there's a hall where like one door is outside and the other door is like to the stage, like right on stage. Like
My dog's losing.
No.
Tony.
It's happening.
yeah.
This is great. I'm gonna leave this in. Every freeze. Oh, this
Drop
is
out.
like a oh no.
Cut out, Tony.
am I, can you hear me now?
You're
Yeah,
back. Yes.
What's the last thing you guys heard?
you said there the door to the exit to the venue, and then there's one that goes right on stage.
Yeah, yeah. And I was freaking out because I didn't know which was which.
And he was
So
the
I'm
last
just
one in the venue. Everybody, we already packed up everything. We're out in the van. We're trying to find him. I remember Zach. Zach was in the band at the time. He's like, "Where's Antonio? Where's Antonio?" He couldn't find him.
yeah, when I'm in the hallway freaking out because I don't know which door leads to outside.
The
Want to talk about the prank wars we had with Varsity and
Oh
Was
yeah,
it
that was
Outlaw?
cool. Yeah, because what did they do to? They just took the drums off stage for
Yeah, they took all of the drums off the stage in the middle of our
during the
song.
set.
Look, I think they left him his snare.
Yeah, yeah. On the last few days of the tour, like we were doing that to every band that was playing.
Like, no one else. I don't think no one else got their instruments taken. Like they
No, just did
put
the
up like
drums.
images on the screen behind Joey in Varsity,
Oh
like
yeah, that's right.
the Michael Jackson stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a projector, and that's normally where they would put like the band logo and stuff on there. So I don't know who did it. I think it was somebody was messing with
It
it,
was
but
Outlaw,
they started changing the background and they would put up like just random stuff like
like
when
trolling
Outline of
them.
Color, yeah, just trolling the band. It was awesome. What did they do to Handsome Squidward for Skaggs, and then Michael Jackson for Joey? What did they do for us?
No,
They
on
just
I'm saying they took the drums off stage. Well, that's when they got us because they told us at the previous show, "You guys are
oh,
cool. We're not gonna do
okay.
anything to you
That's
guys.
right. That's
It's all
right.
good."
They saved it
And
for the
then
last.
yeah, they saved us for last.
The
Removed all the
ultimate
drums.
betrayal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're not gonna mess with you guys, but actually,
yeah,
just wait. That's
terrible.
incredible.
I can't remember. There's been so many tour stories. I can't remember any good ones. I have to have like somebody has to remind me, give me like a
Yeah,
catalyst. And then I'm
Uh,
like, oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah.
if you had to pick, is there like a best tour you've been on?
Yeah, probably for sure. It was probably the shoot, probably Archers, us, and versus me. That was a great tour.
It was an awesome tour.
Yeah, because it was a really good time because we've known each other for a while.
But
Oh,
what about the Non-Point tour?
The non-point tour was great too. That was up there, that's for sure.
very
Uh,
cool.
yeah, we've been fortunate to do a lot of cool
Yeah,
tours
because
and
the Arch.
like,
Yeah,
wait, what were
sorry.
you saying?
I was basically saying the Arches tour had it was a lot of crazy stuff happening too. Like
Yeah,
near the tail end, to where I was
yeah,
definitely ready to go home.
for
I was
sure, for
like,
sure.
Kaylee puked all over the van at one point.
Yeah.
It was like the
Oh,
last couple
no.
days. Oh man, I was
Oh
just
yeah, she just got sick, didn't she?
yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
because it was like 3 weeks. That was a long run.
Hmm.
Because usually we're only doing like a couple weeks in a van,
Yeah.
week and a half.
And I would do it again in a heartbeat.
I would too. Well,
Yeah.
this time we'd know how to do it better, you know.
Yeah,
For
But
you can
sure.
that,
like you probably like pick up things as you do more.
yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
And
learn.
if, yeah, you'll know what to bring and not to bring for a tour that length and know where to go and where not to go. And of course, too, that was also, I drank a lot on that tour and I don't drink anymore. So that'll make things a
Right.
lot nicer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of those venues didn't have AC too. Down in
Yeah.
Texas and Florida.
Yeah. In Florida, yeah,
Oh,
we played one venue. Well, one was outside in Florida, and one was I can't remember where
Yeah.
it was. It's down by the Panhandle, I think. And their AC had just broke, so they had no AC in this venue, and there was like freaking 200, 300 people in there, some crazy.
oh,
And I was just sweating. I got videos
I'm
too.
wearing deodorant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then Hoosier Dome. That was another
Oh my
place that
gosh.
well, there I think there was AC, but there was just like it was a
It was
window
a unit.
unit and there's
It was
too
a
many
window
people.
unit. Dude,
Yeah.
I was dripping sweat, bro.
I have videos from that tour because I had a pool of
Yeah,
of
a
sweat
puddle
on my
underneath you.
feet.
Yeah.
And to the point to where I was like, I could slip and fall. Like I was drenched in sweat.
Oh my God. The
Yeah.
fall hazard.
Yeah. And
That's
we're
crazy.
crazy on stage. We were jumping around and spinning,
Yeah.
and especially when I was drinking in those days, I was even extra crazier. So like I could fall and slip and break something.
Ooh.
But no, yeah, no more.
If you don't mind me asking about this, and you don't have to share it, but was there a specific reason why you quit drinking?
No, honestly, it was just one day, and I didn't even really drink that much, mind you. I would have
Mhm.
like a few drinks regularly on a daily basis,
Yeah.
especially on the road. But then when I get home, I wouldn't really drink. But then it just hit a point to where I went to New York and hung out with some friends, and then I had like two drinks. And then the way it sat in my stomach and the way I felt, I was like, I am absolutely done drinking. I don't want to drink
Oh
anymore.
man.
And then like I had one more drink after that, and it got to a point to where I was like literally like on the verge of passing out. So I
Oh,
Mhm.
stopped drinking, got water, and then laid in bed and was like, yeah, I don't want to drink anymore. And that was it. I haven't drank
wow,
since.
that's wild.
Been almost, it's
Yeah.
getting close to 2 years.
Man. Have you noticed any other differences, other than like the physical stuff?
Yeah. I mean, it's just overall better. Great.
Yeah.
Like I don't have, obviously you like lose puffiness and weight and stuff. And
Mhm.
yeah, and the thing is that I've learned is that I don't have I don't crave it anymore either. Like
Mhm.
I went to my buddy's bachelor party the whole weekend. Everybody was drinking Lake of the Ozarks. I just had Red Bull and a good time. So I
Yeah.
didn't worry about it at all. And yeah, it was still fun. I didn't feel like I needed to do it. So I guess I'm just over it. It's kind
Yeah.
of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes time goes on, you just make that decision, and it's like, well, I
Yeah.
don't really need this. Maybe
Yep.
it doesn't serve me anymore.
And who knows? I'm not, it's not like a hard stance, but I don't know. I'm not thinking about that. I'm cool without it.
Yeah, for sure. And that's good. I know it can be really difficult to get off that stuff or get off anything,
Yeah.
even if your use is not like a lot, like it's still
Yeah.
hard to do, or even if you don't consider yourself as like a recovering person, right? It's difficult. It's like smoking cigarettes and trying to quit that, or like
Yeah.
vaping, or like anything of that sort. It's difficult. It's can be really
Hmm.
tough.
Any vice. Yeah, for sure. Very difficult.
Yeah. The last question I really have, though, is if you could offer a piece of advice to anybody struggling right now, what would it be?
I was gonna say, I guess it would depend on what they're struggling with. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like everybody's going through something. You know what I mean?
Especially in
Definitely.
today's world.
Right. Yeah. I
It's a
mean, it'd be
struggle.
insane to not do like things are
It's
kind of crazy.
kind of crazy right now.
It's kind of crazy. But just kind of try to stay man, one thing that's been helping me lately is grounding myself and just getting outside. Like I'm outside right now, but
Yeah.
and just like getting off of social media,
Disconnect.
making sure you give yourself time off of social media and understanding that like life literally it's just waves. There's always going to be ups and downs, you know what I mean? And just live in the moment. Don't try to worry so much about the future, but make sure you plan for it and just ride the waves, you know?
Right.
Mhm.
Really, that big one for me especially is the disconnect,
So
because
yeah,
especially if you're struggling and you feel down and you feel like everybody's got it figured out and you don't, even though they don't, going
right.
through that social media, you're seeing AI BS, you're seeing people just like make up their stories about their lives, you're seeing people make up stories about the world, everything that can literally bog you down and get to the point where you feel like there's something wrong with you, but there's nothing wrong with you, because this game is hard. Not even just music, life is hard.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
you disconnect, take a deep breath, relax, and do the best you can, because that's all you got.
Yeah,
Fact.
great. Whatever you do today is enough.
Right.
Yeah,
Nice.
facts.
Thank you guys
And
so much.
thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for having us.